Hello everyone, and welcome back to Steam Controller Essentials. This is episode 2, and as the title suggests, we will be covering delays. Not really much in depth, but kind of what we can do with them, where to find them, and some advantages to using them. Now, I made this video specifically because I was asked by a Reddit user for help on delays, and I figured there'd be a pretty good reason to make a second episode. An episode about it. So here we go, and delays allow you to put in a string of buttons in sequence, or to have one button held while a sequence happens after it. And how you get to the delays is actually part of the activators menu. So from here, or if it's a non-native game, you'll see this menu. You'll hit back to show activators. And here we can see we have fire start delay and fire end delay. What fire start delay does is it delays the amount of time between when you hit the button and when the game, or when Steam sends the button press to the game. And fire end delay puts a delay between when you release the button and when Steam tells the game the button has been released. So with fire start delay we can actually delay the activation of a binding, and with fire end delay we can actually extend the duration of a held, or the holding of a binding. And just to start off with something simple, we can do something like the chat menus in Team Fortress or Counter-Strike, where you hit a button to bring up a menu and then you select 1 through 0 to select a command to shout. So we'll do that by first starting to do 2 activators. The command is actually going to be Z1, and it's going to call for a medic. So with the first binding, we'll go ahead and press Z. And with the second binding, we'll push 1. And the difference is on the 1, we're going to delay it a little bit. And I found that for this, a 3-tick delay works. I'm not actually sure how much of a tick, or how much time a tick actually is, but it is quick. We're talking milliseconds here. So you'll find that if you're going to go to 8, 9, maybe even a 10 button string, you might actually max out your start delay, and you'll have to put it on another activator somewhere else. But for right now, 2 buttons, we're going to start with this, and let's go into the game and see if it works. So when I push left trigger, I'm going to do it by keyboard so you can see Z1, and with just 1 click, so that works beautifully. But maybe you don't want to use the built-in commands. Maybe you want to put something more specific into a chat box. So what we can do is actually put a string of buttons in here. So maybe we want to type good luck, have fun. So we'll start by pressing our chat key. Some people have it on T, some people have it on Y. I prefer enter. For the next press, we'll do G. We'll add more activators. L, H, and F. And for each of these, we're going to bump it up 3. And then we'll also need an enter button to send the message. Like I said, 3, there's no universal rule to it. There's no reason why I do it other than in my testings I have found it works. 1 and 2 depends on the game. Some games it'll be too fast for the game to recognize. Other games will accept it just fine. It just depends on what you're doing, what game you're doing it for. Obviously with something maybe like Street Fighter, if you're going to input a combo, the timing would be very specific, and you need to find the specific distance for each delay in order to pull off some of those combos. But for something like chatting, I would just stick to 3. And now when we push it, enter, GLFH, enter. And that was actually pretty slow. I mean, you could see each letter come through. You could probably get away with 2 ticks on each of those if you wanted to. But let's take this a step further. Maybe you don't have a voice mic, or maybe you just prefer to talk through chat. Whatever reason, we can actually create a large number of these. It's kind of time consuming. I went ahead and did it beforehand. I made a radial menu, and as you can see, I have return SPY, which would open up chat. Type in SPY, return FLAG, same thing. And on menu button 6, I have return and then enemy. The second E doesn't show up because it only shows unique letters or characters. But there is, you can see, there's the first E, there's the second E. And then for menu button 3, I have spawn, which space AT, and then there's another space SPAWN, return. And what this allows me to do is I can, well, let me just show you, it's easier to show you. When I bring up the touch, I have enemy, spy, and flag, and then spawn. These two are just blank because I didn't feel like doing 2 more. But I could say do enemy at spawn, or maybe I drop the flag in their spawn zone and I'm letting them know where it is. Well, not spy, but same thing. And you can set up any number of these. I just have it split in half nicely where I can choose subject and location. You can do this any way you like with as many messages as you like, and it's pretty cool. I don't know how often I would use it. I prefer voice chat. I just feel it's quicker. But for those who don't, this is a nice way to pre-write messages and have them easily selectable, and even in a sense create rudimentary sentences out of it too. So I hope that was informative. I kind of wish there was another way I could think to use this other than communication, but that's kind of the way that it works best for. I do have another video. You can see the card in the top right corner, links to it. I did a combo video using delays and actually created a combo whenever I press the B button, I think, after I landed a hit, so that I would know it would actually go through. It went through with the entire combo. Works every time. It's kind of a more intermediate, maybe an advanced use of delays. If you want to check that out, go ahead and watch that video. And yeah, I hope this was informative. As usual, this is a very powerful tool, as with most of Steam controller software. So go out and use it. Go out and have fun. If you find anything cool, go ahead and let me know about it. Like I said, as far as my brain goes, it's kind of good for combos and chats. Can't really think of any other uses for it, but I'm sure somebody will come up with something. So just let me know. Hope everybody found this informative, and until next time, bye.